welcome back to Business Numerology. We are going to jump right in to September. You ready, Trisha?
I'm ready. I'm excited because, this 3 days in September are so exciting. I'm happy to be here.
Yes. Awesome. All right. Well, tell us all about it.
Okay. The energy of September is the 8, and that's our universal number. And that's about manifesting. The 8 is the infinity sign on its side, right? What we put out comes back. So we have the opportunity 3 times this month for a day that the number 8 repeats 3 times. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
Okay, that is exciting. I am ready. We are toward the end of the year and we need to what hasn't happened, let's make it happen.
Yes, and that's where we're at. We got a couple of months. So yes, that's exactly right. We can gear it up again and get in the flow. Exactly.
Right on. All right.
We're going to do that with numerology. And Lisa, I know you're going to have a tool that's also going to help us with the number 8. And then we're going to share a success. So I just want to share that really quick of when we apply business numerology, how it works. So my newest example is the 8 isn't quite such a challenge for me, but the number 3 is. It's in my life path number. The 3 is about writing and creative expression. So I used my numerology business calendar and I looked at the days with the number 3 on it. And I sat down to write, and it came back at me in a different way. I wrote something a long time ago, and it's been hanging over here because I haven't finished it. And in sitting and writing it a different way, I was trying to put it in bite sizes, and I was trying to simplify it. Like if somebody just was walking by, what words did I want for them to see? But anyways, it was very beautiful that I took, I'm not lying to you, a 2,220 word document down to a bite-sized piece. And that was exciting for me. And I think it really was the 8 universal year that we're in right now with that mindset of, and what can I create with a number 3 with my writing? So that was my success recently with looking at how the energy of the day helps entrepreneurs get things done.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that you said this, Trisha. This is such great. Whoa, did you see those fireworks? Okay, that's new.
What?
We're using Riverside, and I guess they did some updates.
It was the clapping. We'll see something that's clap worthy. We won't.
We'll need to be careful. Be careful there. I love that you said that you use the energy of 3 and that you broke down the words and made, like, if somebody's walking by, it's like, what do you want them to take with them? Because I always say less words because people just don't have the attention span. People are busy. And so it's really great that you were able to do that and now put out something that people are going to be drawn to. So yay for you. I won't clap, but yay.
We clapped for that one already. Okay. That was my success. And then just to repeat, using this system, I developed this and came across this and used it to author my book, to sit down and write a book. And it was the number 8 that I honed in on. I took my idea from my book of combining my fitness background and numerology, and I submitted it on an 8 energy day, and it was accepted. Yes. 8 is, we know that's about manifesting. It's about business, right? If it's your life path, you're the boss of bosses. And that's why I chose the number. This month, September, has the energy of the number 8. Yes, it's the 9th month. Yes. So yes. 9. and we add it to 2024. 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 8. 9 plus 8 is 17. 1 plus 7 is an 8. Okay, that's how we get. So we have the universal year energy of the number 8. September gives us a smaller window of that number 8. And then, of course, the days on the calendar are each going to have an energy. And of course, there's the number 8 on 9/9 is the energy of the number 8, 9/18, and then 9/27. So those 3 days have 3/8: the
Love
universal
it.
year, the universal month, and the universal day. So, holy man, if you have got this, if you want to restart or start, and it's your own business because 8 is a business number, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Woo! And let me just say really quickly, if you don't know, if you haven't watched our business numerology videos before, Trisha Gumberg is a numerologist and Reiki master. And so she knows what she's talking about when it comes to numbers, energy. And then I am a business strategist and I work with entrepreneurs. And so that's why we're melding this together.
beautiful. That's right. And then, Lisa, this is probably your wheelhouse talking about, right, finance. And our other word for the number 8 is marketing, in terms, right, to market ourselves. Maybe not necessarily advertising what we have for sale. I mean, yes, that's marketing, but we're marketing ourselves. I know you have tools for us, but before we get to your tools, do you have finance tools?
I do. Of
Yeah.
course I do.
So
Yes.
people can get really intimidated by that piece. And I just want to tell people, especially if it kind of makes you go like this, you need to, oh, I'm making the fireworks go off.
You really are. Money, money. We
Oh
need
my
some of that.
God. The fireworks. Power yourself. This is the self sufficiency that's also the energy of the number 8. Empower yourself to learn more about your finances. I've gone so far as to fill out not a fake, but a practice uh, taxes. You know, file your taxes. I'll do a whole one and say, if I filed it this way, what would happen? And then I erase it. And then I practice again. I do it a different way. I'm like, oh, what are all these? What if I push this button? And what if I, so what if I did this? And so being less intimidated by practicing it and working with it. And I'm so happy that that's what you have for is finance tools for people today to work with the energy of the number 8. And so if it's in your numerology, especially, you really need to, that's what you're here to learn. For some of us like Lisa, it's easy peasy, right? Or some parts of it are easy peasy.
Some parts. Yeah.
For others of us, it's like nail biting. You're like, oh, right? Rather sing in front of people or something else, right? Something
Right.
less. But yes, so to empower ourselves to be more self sufficient when it comes to our finances. So, what tool do you have for us?
Yeah, well actually I like to bring along the digital tools because I finance is not a strong component in my life, but I know that it's super important, right? Especially as an entrepreneur. And so I really like to use FreshBooks, and it's an online accounting. And I think I pay about $17 a month. You can also do QuickBooks, there's Mind Your Own Business, there's a bunch of tools.
Cabbage.
But we're, hmm?
Cabbage, I think, is one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't explored a bunch of them, but because I really like FreshBooks and I just dedicate a time each week where I know I am going to look at my finances. So maybe do it on an 8 day, right? And just, whoop, yeah, download my receipts, put them in,
Mhm.
and just get it all in there. My expenses, charging my clients, just kind of cleaning it up as best I can, especially as we get toward the end of the year. You want to get all of that in there. And I don't file my own taxes. I have someone help me. to be honest, because I'm an LLC and there's things that go into that and write offs and different things. But if you have that all together in one place and then you can hand it off to your accountant or your CPA or whoever you work with.
It's also helpful to pretend do one so that you know what numbers your accountant needs, or you start understanding how it works, even if you have no intention of ever like pushing the button to file it. I file my own,
Right.
but
Yes.
I've
No, that's wonderful.
hey,
Yes, I do not.
well, and I paved my way, and I wanted people to train me. I've had my past CPAs. Uh, I'm like, hey, make me do this. Show me what your job is, kind of thing, because I wanted to learn. Because 8 is in my numerology, and I knew it was something that I needed to learn and have more confidence in. And
Yeah.
now it's like I have conversations with the IRS in the mail, and now it's almost entertaining. Almost, almost.
Well, almost. Well, if you are an entrepreneur and you are more like on my side, where I would love to have a money coach of someone who could help me learn to love the process of it all, because sometimes money can be and finances can be a real block. And
Yes,
so working on those mindset shifts
yes,
of, it doesn't have to be so hard. It can flow, right? Like you said, like the number 8, the infinity sign. It goes out, it comes in.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, which feels so much better than ugh, a tax return,
Yes, yeah.
unless you're getting money back. Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
hmm but yeah, that's all things to consider. That's right. I wrote a note about, because when you're filing your taxes, as long as you show a profit, I think you can go. If somebody's listening that is into finances, I think you could go 2 or 3 years and not have a profit. And so that's really taking every deduction, everything possible. Um, and then there's a if you just made $1, isn't that funny? That's what my first accountant said. Well, if you just made $1, you still made money. You're like, oh, right, because when you're first starting out and you do have a lot of overhead, and you know what I mean, like you don't have to freak out. And then
Right.
what if you're buying a house and you need to show that your business made money? Maybe you don't take all the deductions that you could have. And then there's the question of Social Security. If Social Security is going to be less in 10 years, do you contribute as much as you want? You know what I mean? If you're not,
Woo. Yeah, these are all big questions. I would
what?
say,
All
yeah,
right, we'll stop it.
that's
Yeah.
okay. That's where I'm like, oh, go to a financial advisor. Woo.
Oh, yeah. Those are the kinds of things. Yes,
Yeah.
but more than one source. But yeah, I
Yes, absolutely.
know about that. But just to remind you to question things and empower yourself, and learn a little bit, especially like I said, if that 8 is in your numerology. And then I just wanted to mention one more thing before we wrap it up, because we have all of September, all of October, all of November, and then December. Like you said, this is time to like re-up our goals, or do that big push towards the end of the year. I encourage people to go to my YouTube account, Trisha Gumberg, and look at the energy of 2024 so that you get more on the number 8. And then you'll leave those tools. Did you talk on all the tools that you had for us? You'll leave the what they are in
I'll
the
put them, yep, in the show notes. And also for marketing, I just wanted to cover that because that is part of 8 also.
yes,
And we've talked about this previous months, and I've said how important it is to have, your presence out there and to put yourself out there. Not always easy for entrepreneurs, but especially in September, right? You still have few months. So why not, if you aren't on social media, give it a try, do some posts, and just put yourself out there a little bit more. And each time it gets easier. You don't have to go and create a reel right away. Just do a photo and write some notes. That's it. So I just want to encourage all of you to get started with the marketing of yourself because you are the CEO of your business. So, and the salesperson. If you aren't marketing yourself, no one else is going to do it for you, right?
Right. But learning how to do it for yourself and being comfortable with doing it for yourself. Yep. Hmm.
Yep. And there's all kinds of different ways you can market. And if you don't want to start with social media, that's okay. How about sending an email?
Well, and this is another way that new business numerology can be helpful for people. Because I hold people to task. I find out that they have a 3 in their numerology, and I say, where are you on the stage or on the page? And they're like, oh, I'm not comfortable with that. And so then I nudge them. I'm like, well, you've got to find your space. Is your space in writing your copy? Is your space in the perfect picture that you take? Is it drawing something? Is it like there's a creative drive behind people with the 3? And I find a lot of entrepreneurs have the 3 energy. And
Mm-hmm.
so finding your thing, and probably the most uncomfortable thing is probably the thing. That's it.
Well,
Yeah,
there is that, yes.
yeah, you just like a little bird, you just want to push them right out of their nest, and they're clutching on, and they're like, no.
Oh, but I promise it'll be okay. I just sent my son off to college last month and, was pushing him out of the nest and it was so scary, that fear of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm a month
That's
in. I'm
in our
I'm
mind.
doing better. He's great. See,
Yeah.
so we're all gonna fly together.
Yeah, we got to change that scare word to excitement. Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Exciting, not scary. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You move through the fear to the excitement and the
Yeah.
bravery of like, look what I did.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
there's a joke amongst authors like your first book is well, and then you can't write your book and then stick it on the shelf and then write a second book and think that it's going to be better. You have to put it out there. That's part of that 8 energy again. You have to put it out there because it's the vulnerability, the experience, it's the what am I trying to say? It's that, and it's the energy, right? I
Yes.
am You're shouting to the universe. I am willing. I am worthy to put myself out there. You can't put it on a shelf. So yeah, having
Right.
that's a business coach, right? Would help them, right? A business strategist would help them to figure out what it is that they could put out.
Yes.
Yes.
And I just also want to add very quickly here that and you don't have to do it all. I am a huge proponent of delegation. So you find what works best for you. If you are the creator and you are a writer, then you find someone to do the technical side and it can be done. So you
Or
don't have to try and do it all or vice versa.
yeah, you do the
Yeah.
technical part and they do. Yep. But yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So there you go. So that is September and it is going to be a great month. I am excited.
Yes. All right. Thanks for.
Yay. Yeah, so join us back. We will obviously be back for October because we are going to finish this year out strong.
We
We
are.
will see you then. Thanks,
Okay.
everyone. Till next time. Bye.